All right, so I got to talk a little bit about Madden. I'll do a full video on this at some point, or I'll just do. I play a lot of these games in and out all the time, so I'm sure that I'll get back to this. But it was just kind of bothering me. God, I hate to say this, but I might have to actually defend Madden a little bit. I know this is going to sound crazy, if not blasphemous. Let me preface this by saying I play NFL 2K on my Amberlick. I play um, I play NFL 2K5 on my Xbox 360. I probably will forever play that game. I actually don't own all. I have all pro football for my PS3, so I am a fan of 2K, and I want to say that because this is going to sound like I am like a Madden fanboy or whatever, but I just had to put that out there. I have to point out that Madden is always going to have defenders simply because there's a community that plays it online competitively, and they are never going to just turn their back on Madden, even if people think it sucks. But I got to tell you, it this doesn't really suck. The animations that they've added, and even some of the cutscenes, it brings the game from what I thought was monotonous year to year to actually something a little different, a little better. I think they're actually working to improve this thing, despite not being quite at the level of a 2K or anything like that. So with more competition and knowing that there's a couple of football games coming out, maximum football's coming out, at some point, I guess early 2024, 2K is going to come out at some point. The NCAA game's coming out, even though that's also EA. It has slightly different developers, and it's going to eat into some of the Madden crowd, right? Because not everybody can spend limitless money. But anyway, a couple things I'll point out. Number one, there's more in-game highlights than before. This used to be pretty barren. You'd only be able to replay like one or two plays. I feel like now there's a few more. Um, I just want to show you this play. I'm playing as the Jets. Now, I'm playing this on All Pro, but I'm playing it in arcade mode. I like to mess around with that because I want to see if I can still have some difficulty with the big plays. Usually, what happens is I give up some big plays to the defense, but I have the ability to make some big plays. That's all the arcade does on my end when you play on a high difficulty on arcade. Anyway, so snap the ball. Graphics on this game look great, but we already know that graphics are not the problem with Madden. But anyway, Rogers drifting back. As you can see, I'm just running out of time. I guess I didn't think anybody was really open. I'm gonna take the underneath. I think this was like a 3rd and 6 or 2nd and 6, something like that. Um, Couple things. Well, the chain game's on the other side. Whatever. So he makes the catch. Now this is where, to me, the core gameplay and mechanics have improved. So I'm going to make the catch. First of all, in the background, Rogers takes the hit. I think the tackle looks really good. I can actually like zoom in on it. Let's just see him absorbing the hit, going to the ground. Number one, the officials are on the field. That was something I noticed in a lot of Madden before. Like they would disappear. So it's cool they're on the field. The tackle looked good. Now let's see what happens when he makes this catch, right? He turns upfield. Now I put the stiff arm on. I think the stiff arm physics there are really good. And this may seem like a little thing, but look at the stiff arm. Look at me run away. I jump. I come off my feet. He clips me in the air. There's some contact going to the ground. No like morphing though. No body through body stuff. It's all like the physics of this game are actually better. Again, look at the stiff arm. I'm getting hand to the face there. He's got his left arm on me. He swipes. There's contact here. I think the contact in Madden 24 is better than I've seen in a Madden game in probably 10 years. Maybe more than 10 years. The actual contact, it's just there's just more recognition of physics between the players. Now I'm going to jump to the play I just ran. And this is like, again, none of this is perfect examples, but this is just something I just noticed. I'm going to run the ball up the middle with Cook. I don't know. I think this is just a straight, like, I think it's a dive or something. Simple run. Now I delay on it. I actually just delayed just because I want to see kind of how the line reacts and the defense reacts. Off the delay, I cut up in. Now I get hit in the backfield. The hit initiates contact with the spin. I'm still facing some contact. Then I get upfield. Now I'm not showing you this play because I'm trying to show it's a great play by me. This is really the physics of the game and the improvement of the game. In old Maddens, there'd be a lot of old like last year, 2 years, 3 years. There'd be a lot of awkward contact, and it wouldn't look realistic, and then nothing would really happen. What I'm seeing here is contact in the backfield that looks very realistic to me. Like because he clips me, he doesn't tackle me, he doesn't wrap me up. Then there, I'm getting hit by my own guy, which happens all the time because he's blocking, right? He look at his head go back there. That's a real reaction. Now I have a little bit of space. I get hit there. He's not wrapping me up. Now the other guy comes in. Now they're going to gang tackle me. And look at the physics and the contact and the tackling. They did talk about how they added more stuff, more tackling animations, and I can see that in this game. And I know this game is not perfect, but I just wanted to kind of give credit where credit was due here. Like I think this tackle looks good. I think there's parts of this game that are vastly improved from the previous year. And I think a lot of that has to do with the animations, and a lot of that has to do with the physics. Um, can this game get better? Yeah, absolutely. I think it will get better because, frankly, Madden has to improve if it wants to compete with all these other football games. But this is a good start. I have to say this because, and it's not a knock. Look, a lot of people they're just fed up, and I get it. And they can't. They wanted finally the big step. They didn't get the step they were looking for. And because of that, they're going to have no mercy for this game. And I totally understand that. I totally get it. I guess because I still have my 2K and I play 2K2 on my Amberlick, and I guess I'm not as. I play this because I like playing on my Series X for the convenience, and I do think that this is a decent game. I'm not gonna lie, like I just think it's decent. Is it the greatest football game I've ever played? No, but the graphics are good, and the tackling is a lot better because of the new animations, and the physics feels better. And that may seem like a little thing to a lot of people, and they're not going to be forgiving, but I'll take it for now, and I think it's fun to play. And I would rate this game as purchasable. Is it worth $60? No. Adjusted for inflation? No. It's not. I think it should be a $35, $40 game. I'm just being honest. But I totally understand anybody who buys it because, well, this is the football game in town and it's the best available at the moment on the system. So this game's decent. And I don't think you have to apologize for thinking that. This game to me is decent. It's not great, it's decent. And that's a huge step forward. It's all subjective at the end of the day. I know people that really don't like for example, they don't like the WWE game, the new one. I actually think it's decent too. I think 2K23 is actually pretty good. Is it perfect? No. But it's pretty good. It's subjective, right? But this game just has improved in areas that I think are really important. There's another tackle animation. If the game had improved in other areas, but didn't have the tackling improvement and some of the physics stuff, I think it would be a lot worse. I think they're starting to tackle, no pun intended, some of the things that are most important to fixing the core gameplay. Now, you could argue they could use a whole physics overhaul, and that's a fair argument. But for what we're working with, I think it's noticeable. Between this year and last year, I've been surprised at how many more tackling animations there are, and just how tackling feels in general. It just feels good. It feels like you're like you're getting something out of some of your animations. And the weight detection has been fun because when you get a guy that your man can lift up and he lifts them up and goes to a full gore like tackle, I mean that's when you really can feel the difference. So I think it was worth saying. Like I said, Madden is not perfect, and I know people are going to be angry, and some people might even be pissed I'm even saying this. But I just think it's worth saying because there are going to be people who are hesitant to pull the trigger. Maybe they can't afford the game, or they just can't afford to spend the money, or they don't want to waste the time, or whatever. And they are just reading all the reviews that are out there, and because they're all so horrifically negative, they're going to be hesitant. And I think it's just like, just give people just something else to think about. I think that's where I'm coming from. Like, give people something else to think about in terms of the improvements of the game. Like, let's be fair about some of the positives because there's plenty out there about the negatives, and rightfully so, right? I'm not going to argue that they're not, that anybody's lying. It's very similar to last year. I'm not going to argue that it's vastly different, but I will say there are moments when I'm like actually impressed with the physics, and I even think the throwing mechanics feel a little bit different. That was bad. I don't know. It's a little crisper. Like, year 2 of this like maximum passing style thing. I think we're getting used to it, and wow. That's a good reaction by the defense on that one, actually, because he was locked up in man. Yeah, he was locked up in man, but he just read me. That's actually good AI play here, like really good. This is what I'm saying. Like, these are the things people are not talking about because they're just like, I get it, like they're ready to destroy Madden. But let me just point this out. Let's look at this. Look at the defender here. So he's going to come across with my tight end. Now he's hustling to stay with him on the out route. Look at the corner's head. He's not just he's guarding me, but he's looking inside. You can't see his eyes because he got a visor. But he's actually looking. He's guarding me. This is what you do in real life. I did play football. I played high school football. I played middle school through high school. And this is actually the way you should play it. Now he's guarding the man, but look at his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. And right here he realizes Rodgers is not throwing the out route. That Rodgers is going to throw this ball down the field. The throwing mechanics here, by the way, they're not always perfect. And I say throwing mechanics, I should say throwing motion. They're not always perfect, but look at from this angle, this looks beautiful. Look at this throw. Look at the reaction. He immediately reacts correctly. Everything is correct, and then he goes up and makes a play on the ball. That's a nice play. That's a really nice play and smart. It wasn't a great throw by me. Maybe it wasn't a great decision, but if you think about it, like when I'm back here making this read, I mean, I guess I got whoever that is over the middle. I should have made that throw. But I thought I had enough room. Look how he broke on the ball. That's nice. It's not all bad, guys. It's not all bad. You're going to hear a lot of terrible things, and I'm not saying that the anger isn't fair, but I think that if you're looking for like the improvements, this is something that you gotta hear. The tackling animations, some of the physics of the game, those improvements, those additions are going to be felt. And it's really worth playing the trial before you just say, oh, I'm not going to play it because a bunch of YouTubers didn't like the game. Give it a shot. I just can't believe I'm making a video where I'm out here defending it. But I really think you should just give it a shot. I'm on the free trial still from because I have Game Pass. So I haven't had to pay for this yet. I haven't had to pay for it yet, so that's been cool. But definitely, like, at least do the free trial before you just decide, oh, I'm done because of the negativity. Like, give yourself a chance here. So predictable without running. It's right there. Wilson, Wilson. Shoot. 12-yard line? Ugh. That tight window. But yeah, I really think that just give it a shot, play the free trial. I don't know if PlayStation's doing the same thing, but if you have it on Xbox, you could definitely just play the free trial and you'll see what I'm talking about by the first first game or so. You'll see the difference. You have an open mind, and you'll be like, "Oh, this is all right. It's definitely better than before." And there's some noticeable things here. Even the way this ball comes out, like this is actually pretty realistic in terms of like I did have some contact off of the throw, so the ball comes out like a wobbling duck, but still has velocity, and my guy makes the catch in between some people. Now I am playing, like I said, I'm playing on All Pro on arcade. If I made it All Pro on sim or competitive, that ball might get picked or maybe knocked down. Because arcade leans towards the bigger plays, so I give up bigger plays and I make bigger plays. I think that's the key difference in the game balancing. I'll mess around with it. Sometimes I end up playing. I'll play a lot of competitive because I know it's like the online setting. But sometimes I just like playing with the arcade mode because I like to see. I want to see the game animations and the big plays and stuff. So anyway, it's definitely worth considering. Play the free trial if you have it. If you don't, I don't know. I mean, I guess you can wait for this game to release like Friday or something. And if not, you have to make up your mind. It's up to you in the situation if you're willing to spend money or not. So anyway, just wanted to make that video. I guess I could play through a little bit more if you want to see it. But I just wanted to kind of talk about what I thought were some of the key differences in this game versus the past games. Another TV, keeping an eye on the Chiefs and the Lions. See, the Chiefs have the ball, is picking the first down, so they are driving. I took the Lions in this game with some points. Obviously, I don't trust them outright, but Kelsey's out, Chris Jones is out, so I figured maybe the Lions could pull it off. At least, cover my spread. I didn't go crazy. I mean, the spread, I think the game spread was 4.5. I took them with 5, so I'm not like, it wasn't like, a lot of times I'll take them with like 8 or 10. I'll be very conservative. Like this time around, I basically took the line just a little bit above it. When I saw that those two guys were out for the Chiefs, I felt comfortable. If they weren't out, I either wouldn't have touched this thing or I would have done something different. I was like, I should just go into a sprint right after that. That was a sprint. Lazard and Cobb here. Ooh. Oh, I tried to throw it away. Dang. God. I wanted to throw that ball away. And he's wide open. That's worth dancing. Gotta get up and get down. That was nice. Cobb's like their 5th or 6th receiver on this team. Rod likes that one. Let's check out the replay on this. See how this developed here. This is a simple. I just adjusted his route to a slant, which actually, if you look at it, he doesn't even really run the slant. He's starting to run the slant, but then he adjusts based on the defender. He runs around them. See the curve in his route? I mean, I don't know if that was in... I think they might have added this sort of thing with the Series X, the first version of Madden on Series X in 21, but it's more noticeable here. This is actually like a smart route run. He doesn't... If he runs a slant, he's going to run into people. So you see he hooks it again. Now, as soon as he gets behind him, now it's a harder slant, and the timing is perfect because as soon as he clears that linebacker, I'm going to have to get rid of this ball anyway. And at this point right here, I got to choose, and I'm not really looking to my right, so I don't see that whoever that is over there is open. But that ball might be contested. This is much better because there's no defender flowing his way. So that ball just comes out. Beautiful throw by Rodgers. And then it's just a foot race. I notice from afar, like, I'm not going to outrun this guy. So I just put a little stop and go on him. And then add another move there. That's beautiful. And then look at him powering out. So I guess this is the physics of the game that are worth talking about, all right? So I'm making the catch. I'm running. Now, obviously the stop and go before, but now look at me pop. Okay. Nice stop there. I'm not touched. Second guy comes. I juke him, but he clips me right here, which slows me down. See the footwork. Now he slows me down so that the other guy can get to me. Now he's touching me, but I just power out of it. But this is actually good physics. This makes sense. This looks pretty good. Is it perfect? I don't know. I don't know what is. But it's not bad there. Turning me into a Madden fanboy here, having to defend. I just think there's so much negative material out there that it's worth just kind of talking about some of the positives, just so that people can get a fair shake on it. I mean, of course I'm on a free trial right now, but there hasn't been a moment playing the free trial when I haven't had like the horrible animation or anything like terrible happen yet. So, you know, that's just been my experience. Every time I think I'm going to end the video, something else happens that's worth showing. But, you know, that's how it goes. This will be up on my YouTube channel for those of you who are watching me on Twitch. Oh boy, that's a good play. I use Twitch to record footage sometimes, and then I just copy it and put it up on my YouTube. So it'll be up there. That's one of the good things about doing it Series X. Just stream it right to Twitch, and then I can download the video and put it on my YouTube channel so you guys can see. I'm not on here a lot, so I tend to really focus on adding followers or anything on here. It's not a big deal. Let's play through this drive here. I posted a video that is taking forever to upload, but it's about the game Rico. I bought it on the Microsoft store. Put it up. Just showed some gameplay of some of the modes on that one. I did go back and revisit AEW Fight Forever, so I can talk about that as well. I'll probably do another video on that. I came away thinking a little better than I originally. My first impressions were disappointing. I will say that I think that game is actually pretty decent. It's not No Mercy or Here Comes the Pain, but it's fun. 2K23, been playing a lot of that. I'm still a fan of that game. Talk about the wrestling. That's my Xbox. Playing a lot of Wildlands. Been on that. On my Switch, I haven't been playing really anything. I didn't buy Zelda yet. I actually haven't played Breath of the Wild, so I don't think I'm gonna buy Tears of the Kingdom yet. I'm gonna try to play Breath of the Wild beforehand at some point because it should be pretty cheap now. I've told so many times how good that game is. I just haven't had a chance to play it. But I can download it, whenever. See how much it is. So play that. I have my Amber Link, so I'm playing a lot of stuff in there. So a lot of DS and PSP games I missed. I have to figure out how to stream from there. It might require me purchasing an actual camera, which I wasn't looking to do. I might maybe on Black Friday or something I'll do that. But I've been playing on my PSP on the Amber Link. The SWAT game, that's a ton of fun. Miami Vice, that's a ton of fun. I've been playing the DS. Donkey Kong Racing, Crash Bandicoot, or Crash Team Racing. Whisper. Should play that on defense for teams when there's a bad throw. Oh. Hot. Well, you know I don't want Madden. I like that like Madden 14 style animation there. Slant to Wilson. Oh shoot, terrible throw. That was bad. That was a bad throw. Alright.
11. 24. Here we go.
Offside, defense.
I take requests. I have a Xbox 360, PS2, Nintendo Switch, Series X. I have a PS4, it's not hooked up. But I do. Oh, wow. That was a terrible tackle. I do take requests on games. If there's anything you guys want to see, I put up on my YouTube channel. Oh, MLB The Show 23. I'm still playing that off Game Pass. It's amazing that they never took that off. So I feel like that's Microsoft's dig at Sony. They just put it up on Game Pass and nobody had to buy it. It's I haven't tried Starfield yet. I tried playing on the cloud. I couldn't get on. Maybe because so many people are on it. So I know I've been wanting to try that out. And what else? I know NHL 24. NHL 24 is coming out. The one of the previews I saw of that game actually looked pretty good. The gameplay, the improvements there actually look really good. They really improved some of the physics, some way that you hit, the way that the players move with the puck, shoot after contact and stuff. I wish they'd make a basketball game. I actually like playing live Series X. It's actually version. Should run some clock here. Oh, come on. He wouldn't let me get rid of the ball. Play, 34. Clock running. Trust the line on this dude. Say it. No offense, Jets fans out there. I don't know why. I just don't try. I feel like the linesmen get through when they have to. Nice. Takes the 2-minute warning. Field goal only puts me up by 6, so I can't. I mean, clock is almost more effective at this point. With the Jets, they have 2 really good pass catch tight ends, and then I have Wilson, so I have like 3 really good weapons in these formations. Oh wow! So I was really looking at the tight end, and then Wilson just wide open. Couldn't resist taking that shot. I really wanted the tight ends, but he's so open. I didn't even make a good throw. I threw it behind him. I really was staring at the tight ends here. I wanted Uzama or Conklin. Conklin looked like he was covered at the beginning, but he's actually open there. But at that point, I picked up Wilson. I'm just like, oh wow, Wilson's wide open. I just figured, what the hell? Let's put this game away. If I don't complete it, who cares? Point. Thieves are rated 84. This game is tighter than I thought. They really dominated the third quarter. Oh, that's the arcade. Want to stay at the YMCA. Oh, Macarena. Yeah, Macarena. Aight. That's the first play of this game that I see the arcade effect. In arcade, you create more fumbles and stuff. You're supposed to create more big plays. So that's the first time that I've seen anything in this game that was like that. Alright, so kick it off again. One thing I'll say, what really pissed me off about this game now, for the haters, which you'll love, is the highlights again, like the post-game stuff. They rush you to that end-game menu. They don't go through like a highlight reel or anything. I mean, how do you have you have one licensed football game for the highest revenue generating league in America, right? The NFL makes like what, $18 billion a season or something like that, and they can't come up with like one of their TV networks. All right, not one of them can give you like they don't like NBC, CBS, Fox, ESPN. They all cover the NFL, and none of them could license out their likeness, their overlays or anything to EA. Like, what the hell is that? It doesn't make any sense. Even the NFL Network, it's owned by the NFL. They can't do it, and they don't give you any highlights, and it just doesn't make any sense. Like, and it's not like EA's not capable, because if you play the NHL games, the highlight system in that is way more thorough, in-game and out of game. Like, if you're in the game, you can replay everything. They have automated highlights. They have manual highlights. It's very complete. It looks like television presentation. And they had the NBC license for about 5 years. I don't know why Madden doesn't do that. It's really stupid. Like, it's actually almost like inconceivable that they don't. But they don't. they don't bother with it. So I don't know. I don't really understand that part. There's no excuse for it. It's just like seems like something that like the people who make the game are not like huge football fans, so they don't think about that kind of stuff. Like, I feel like if you're a big football fan, that would mean something to you.
Foul, roughing the passer, defense.
I think that's a bad call, but okay. So anyway, I mean that's just like one thing I would say. Like I don't understand how that wasn't corrected or in the game, but this is something they gotta fix. You have the license, you should be able to do that. You'll see it right here. They're going to show you the coach reaction, coaches and players walking over the middle. Okay. Now, this is the part where you should go to like an extensive like post-game highlight reel, something TV style, and they don't. They just rush you to the menu. MLB The Show does highlights. The NBA Live does highlights. The NHL has highlights. It's the only one that doesn't have it. You gotta like sift through this. That's a terrible job. So that's something that's embarrassing. They really need to clean up. But anyway, there you go. That's final score. Jets 35, Jaguars 18. But that's my take on Madden 24. I guess I did more than I thought, but I just kept playing, so I figured why not share it. But check out the game for yourself. Play the demo. See if you notice some of the physics improvements of the game. I think they are noticeable. You could have more highlights in here, certainly, but I think overall it's really hard not to notice some of the improvements in this game. And I think it's a disservice to only have people just saying it's trash, and then nobody tries it. I think you gotta try it, and then you'll think, okay, maybe this is not worth $60, but it's worth playing. So, however you can come to that, I would recommend. So, try it out. Once again, thanks everybody, and keep having fun. You're in the Corner Arcade.